What is up, you guys? I'm Bree, and welcome to part 19 of Final Fantasy XVI. I can't believe we're in part 19. And the home screen here shows we're like 70% of the way through the story. And I think it's definitely been a little bit more than 35 hours because it said 35 hours before I started recording this morning. So it's probably closer to 38. We're in, it just hasn't updated it yet. So in between episodes, I did a ton of side quests. I don't think we have quite enough to unlock the next whatever item it is at the Patron's Whisper, but maybe after this, maybe after I turn in this side quest here.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful.
And also, in the main storyline, we just got separated from Jill. She's still alive, apparently, but it looks like she was captured by the King of Waloed, who is the dominant of Odin.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
It doesn't look half bad.
And here we have it.
Almost looks like
Fried mortress of skyworm.
I was gonna say it looks like kind of like
Ivan's
fried chicken.
offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
I mean, this is what happened last time.
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this?
He loves
the
it.
crackle of the crust gives way.
This guy's
to an
ridiculous.
almost violent richness.
Where's my phone?
Yet it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage
I don't know where my phone
dish.
is. Oh, here it is.
It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful.
This guy should be
emerging from centuries of
like a
snow.
food reviewer.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent. It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Ridiculous. Nice. Not to be outdone. Oh, I don't think that's not quite enough renown. I don't think. I need 13 something, I believe. Alright, and also, I bought the first... I decided to buy the first, Orchestrion song. Oh, it was this one. What's this? Betrayal. Okay.
Who's that sulking over there by the lift?
Said her name was Yote. A friend of Sid's, you think?
We have Yote in here? By the lift? Oh, she is here.
Marquis, you seem unwell. I know His Grace has asked that I remain here with your people. But if you were to require my services, I could leave for the Free Cities at once.
What you got, Karen?
Let me tell you a story,
Oh.
Clive.
All right.
I didn't expect this to happen.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air.
You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold.
Okay.
And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer.
Sid, maybe?
Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find herself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier.
Aww.
You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
I mean,
Five.
I can see
If
what...
you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Oh, and I also bought this sword while I was doing side quests too. I can see what people mean that like the side quests are worth doing, but you do have to wade through a lot of crappy ones, especially in the beginning. I think they get more consistently better as you get farther in the game, but to begin with, they're pretty boring. We're good on potions. Oh, what's this? Is this new? Upon KO, automatically restores all HP, fills limit gauge, and create. Oh, these are expensive, but let's do it.
You'll not find a better price than that. Finished, are you?
And I won't. Does it automatically use it even if I don't have it in a slot?
Yep.
I don't want to waste it on something stupid.
So, will it be?
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I just bought a new sword and this one's better.
No scratches, right? Not my best work, but it'll do.
Of course, I don't need this anymore. Man, where do I get this? Stained loincloth, orichalcum, marble flower. Alright. Up 10. Alright. I mean, I got a bunch of money.
A good while. Not my best work, but it'll do.
Okay.
And
What else do I got going on? Oh, something new in my chambers. Oh, here's Oscar.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool, that some of my fellow guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
I did that, yes.
it's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, We would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
I don't know, I kind of feel like he just wants to get rid of him. On her own terms. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours. You're so keen on creating one, don't need a pair of eyes to see the good you've done. Whoops. It'd be helpful to go through the door.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've done.
Oh, and also, in between episodes, I worked on some combat trophies. Just because I was doing little side quests, I was like, I might as well try and get them done. So I did Never Coming Down. This one here, Road to Redemption, and then both of these ones for Bahamut I did. I still don't like them that much. That's why I went right back to Titan.
Cole said it was an army of Akasha.
Ooh, we have new hunts. Oh, so...
Clive! Quick look.
So I saw this quest here in Lost Wing, and it's Quinten, so I didn't do it yet. I didn't do it in between episodes when I was doing all the other side quests, because I think it might be a good one.
Think you can help?
Because the last quest we did for Quinten was interesting. Let's see what the new hunts are. Oh, it's a Chocobo. The Sickle and Dalmekia. Dread Comet. I mean, I have a few in Dalmekia, and I just don't know where these are at. I might have to look it up, or maybe I just haven't... like, opened up the area yet. But actually, I think I remember seeing the Sickle on the map. Alright. Is that all? Yes, let's talk to Otto.
Clive? If you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
Story time. Honestly, we don't know about Jill, though. She could be... Just because she's alive doesn't mean she's okay.
Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build.
Oh, that's right. We're looking for Sid's...
Personal items we gave to the next of kin.
Some paperwork of Sid's.
That would have been Mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Because we need to get Mid's boat working. Search Mid's dungeon.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
Continue.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Of course. I know you like riddles, so I reckon you appreciate this one. Of all my invention, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on that last rhyme. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So
Alright.
Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box had to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
Inside of it, huh?
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
Damn
What didn't you
kids.
break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it!
Is this a new song?
He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
It's a map.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff
This
ships
reminds
are
me
made
of the
as well.
theme of the very first theme of the first hideaway.
To make some dreams come true.
Quest complete. I've got all the renown. Is it not the first song from the first hideaway?
Just the two I was looking for.
I'll have to look at it.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No, we're not the prince's keepers. He's free to do as
I
he sees fit.
wonder what he's up to.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed, much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Good bones. Okay. Okay, it's very similar. It's not the same. Oh, we have even more quests, you guys. Shit. Oh. Okay, we should have something good over here too. Okay. We got lots of things to look into here.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that.
Again?
Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice.
Again?
So. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
We'll do it.
I'd speak to him again. Well,
Only because I'm getting something out of
suppose
this.
There's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Blacksmith's Blues 3. Okay, in the infirmary. Oh, is this the same guy we helped before?
She can't kick this up. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's
This
what it
bitch was
takes.
just lecturing
If she
us
keeps
on
this
rest.
up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physiker before too long.
I know better.
Thank you.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia, it's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Today, Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm. I cleaned and stitched the wound and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal, but not an hour later he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time we've disobeyed my instruction, and the next time he comes to me for treatment, I'm tying him to the bed. Okay, let's go up this way. We haven't been down to the garden in quite a while.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you,
I'll
is
take your
scientifically
word for
sound.
it.
I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
Yep, we'll do it.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
I'll have to go look at it.
I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do.
Oh, I think we fought two 2 more rules in the game so far. Okay, let's go. Talk to our blacksmith friend, and then we can check out. Oh my goodness, so we can check out. Oof. The hunt board. See exactly where we're supposed to go.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less?
Off limits. Oh, that's like the back of Karen's shop. He's fucking sulking. Look at him.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. That's so hard to understand.
He's right.
Like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detail.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
True.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work because the curse breakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic.
Alright, Blackthorn leaving the hideaway.
So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Okay. Let's go check out the board then. And I am going to write down
Paul said it was an army of a
the hunts. All right, we have Whispering Waters, Rosaria. We've got the Sickle and Dalmechia. We've got Bamir and Dalmechia. We'll see if any of these things happen to be close to what I'm doing. And then This one's been on there for a while, and I just don't see it anywhere. Urgent notice to all curse breakers. Due to the discovery of a fallen giant in the Rosarian ruins we have lately been investigating, all work in the regions to be halted. Immediate effect. And all members are to proceed no further than the village gate, lest the echo should be awakened by your presence. Phoenix Gate? And then San Berqua, legend tells of a dread dragon who set near half the realm alight with his torrid breath before being sealed away by magical mist. Though this has been long forgotten which parts of the tale are true and which are myth, recent reports of a great dragon's reverberating around the woodland passes of the Empire are real enough. Okay, somewhere in the wood in San Breck, I guess. Okay, well, let's go to Lost Wing then. We'll pick up this side quest.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse.
Hold on, let me see. I need Whispering Waters. Oh, I'm in San Breck.
The bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
They're evacuating. What's going on, Quinten?
What you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now.
Okay, this is the follow-up quest I was hoping
I want you
for.
to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
Okay.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Goten's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood.
That's right.
I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Yeah, see, fearing this coming retribution, the Lord Chief Justice sets the Black Shields to seek out the village in order to destroy it. And then Quinten, his chief aim in doing so is to amass the manpower to take revenge on the Lord Chief Justice of San Breck, and he found no shortage of others who had suffered at the man's hands willing to join him. This is the ship.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Man, I just did a butt ton of side quests and they immediately threw a ton more at me. Shit. What do I want to do first?
Bales then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them.
Come, my children.
What are these guys doing?
I know you're all afraid. And now is not the time.
Chocobo? No.
Not here.
You know what? I wonder. Is this where... I don't know if I want to take on an S rank, but I wonder if that's where one of them... This is where one of them's at.
All right.
Ugh.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
There we go, spider eye.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Alright, might as well just travel here. Oh, come on, you can climb up this way. Am I going up this way? Yeah.
No need to ride from here. Everyone, Quinten has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinten. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end, that we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinten.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What? Spit it out.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinten to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all.
A fucking monster.
A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against
I knew
that
we
thing.
would end up helping.
If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
We can't
Oh,
let
are
this
they
happen.
all gonna help?
Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinten die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods.
Heaven Hall.
Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I will help. I'll do it. Okay, where's that at? Is this it? Yeah, okay. This is where we want to go. Hold on, let's go. Journal. Let's prioritize. What do we want to unprioritize? Let's unprioritize that. And then we'll do that. There we go. Looks like this is the closest way.
Come on.
Is this a hunt? Hold on.
Be safe.
Or is this just a... It is just a cat, man. Matagot? Matago? What kind of cat is this? I think this is just a consequence of leveling up, getting farther in the story, as you get these wild cats now, because they definitely were not here before. Oh, and these guys are out here now too. Look at that. I was gonna like cut out the traveling, but this is kind of like exciting.
It's over.
Come on, Torgal. We're going through... There was a hunt through here, too. We did it already, though. The Imperial Chase. Oh, okay. That's right. I remember checking out this building.
Don't tell me I'm too late.
Oh no. Yeah, look at all these guys. Quinten.
Are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
Ooh. I love it.
This must be the guard dog. Quinten. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
Hell yeah.
You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Oh shit.
To me, boy.
Damn. Besides the chocobos, I'm like loving the... I don't know if this is technically a curl or not, but I'm fucking loving the giant cats in this game. Okay, it is. It's just like a specific one.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
Now, is that Chief Justice or whatever? Is he in the building?
Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quinten.
Master Quinten! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
But they weren't going back anyways. Man, these like people were helping out. They're actually quite brutal, taking revenge and with Karen, that guy's eye, and now this, like, oh, it's flooded with ether. I was thinking with water.
Lost wing. My lost wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool!
Oh no. I knew this would be a good side quest.
Quinten's not going to last long in there. Come on, Chocobo. We need to make this quick. Stay down! Farewell.
Where are they? Who's left? Guess keep going. Oh, yep, down here.
Get surrounded.
Fucker, where are you? You. Hell yeah.
I need to find Quinten. Quinten! Quinten! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Okay. I thought maybe he was dead. Sometime later.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quinten. Save your strength.
Why? I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did.
I prayed.
There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quinten. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinten we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quinten will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
But some money though, right? No money. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, we got something else to go in our chambers. Okay, cool. Interesting. There's probably a trophy for collecting everything that can go in the chambers, huh? Okay, so this we need to go back to the hideaway. Okay, let's do the hunt, I think. We're looking for Whispering Waters. That wasn't Rosaria, right? Yeah. What's this? Oh, right there. Okay. Found it. Let's go. I was here before. I knew there would be something here later. Carrot. Why is his name Carrot? Because he's orange?
Couldn't have been just any more, could it? All right then.
I thought I could stagger him. Man, this guy's fucking beefy. I love the fucking combat in this game so much. Oh. Oh, shit.
To me, boy.
It's so fucking amazing that you can still do commands in the middle of the, shit. Whatever that's called, in the middle of staggering them. $20 renown. Oh, shit ton of gold too. Marble tendril and marble flower. Oh, okay, that... I needed that for... Oh god, what was the item I was looking at? Was it a sword? I don't know, where you need the... like a loincloth too.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
Okay. Now... Oh. Now we'll go to... Dalmekia. The sickle, there's something here. Is that A rank? Let me check. Oh, I didn't write that part down. I think that was an A rank one. Oh, we can go this way too, probably. Oh, empty hovel. Oh, there's gonna be something here. Okay, okay. Okay. Go here and then we'll do empty hovel.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. You look like trouble. I suggest.
How dare you, sir?
Home.
That's what I'm trying to do.
A ray of fucking sunshine.
Ain't changed a bit, have you, Snotty?
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you asked so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
All right. Just... don't go starting anything with the chief.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Mm-hmm.
Go on then.
Much obliged.
Oh, I remember I ran over here. I remember I ran over here earlier. And of course can't go in yet.
So this is Dravaged. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief. But if someone can build me a bridge, then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. It'll be near the forge on the hill. It was our master's. He'd have inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Shut your hole.
Mama, why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very important. You go back inside.
Oh, we're gonna have to help him with something for sure.
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter, let alone iron.
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him.
Well done, Snotty.
Oh, that's his real name.
You're not welcome here. Get out. Before things turn nasty.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him with you when you leave.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, ask Blackthorn. That prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here. And neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
I mean, if he would have been a little bit nicer, I think we could have helped him.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal favor to him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. Dravozd. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk to get it just right. And the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats. And bit by bit, people started taking sides. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravozd prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road. Until the crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah. He saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault. You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it. It's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest. And you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this be another step on the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravozd will show the world that it's possible. Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with you, August.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of Carava.
Killed one already.
Time for a spot of hunting, then.
Sid tried all sorts of leather to make those bellows, but salamander skin was the only kind that worked.
They're gonna make me do it anyway, even though I've already done it. Oh, this is a different one, though. Okay.
Luckily for all our sakes, salamanders aren't.
Wait, where's the exit? How the fuck do I get out of here? Okay, we're good. We've got another cat out here. Got like a giant bison. Another curl. Damn. Oh shit, it's killed a bunch of antelope.
Thanks, gal. Let's make this quick, shall we?
Oh.
Help me, boy. Nice try.
Got him. Salamander skin and dragon talon.
I dare say that would be enough for a decent set of bellows.
Should just travel back, right? Yeah. Oh, I should have done another hunt. I was already out here. Oh well. I'll come back.
What's this all about then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Sometime later.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is safe.
Sorry about earlier.
Oh, now you're sorry.
I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest to God's marvel. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair.
Are they actually going to talk to each other, though?
I've always envied Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius. Plain and simple. The man Dravosht needed. But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
Yeah.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that a job well done.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
All right. Is he still here, though?
These things are going to take some getting used to.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah. Give it a week, and you'll wonder why you ever bother with crystals. Let's run through it again, shall we?
All right. Okay, so we have 3 quests to turn in. But first, we're going here.
Straight home now.
Oh, look at that. You can see... Isn't that what's left over of Drake's Fang? I think it is. That's cool. Okay, I think... Am I in the right area, maybe? Should be the right spot. Oh, over there, I think that's them. Giant ass bees. Soul stingers.
They don't look happy.
Damn. Oh shit. Nice.
Too slow.
Yeah, that was definitely the easiest one.
Peace.
All right. Should I try the sickle? Or do I wait? Let's do it.
Come on.
Oh, look at him. It's a shame we have to kill him. Dread Comet.
That's like no Chocobo I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Nice try.
Dude.
Fine hound. To me, boy.
Damn. Oh, he has no stagger meter.
Too slow.
Oh, no. I thought I was gonna get fancy there.
To me, boy. You're a fine hound.
Yes! Kick his ass.
Too slow. Nice try.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's more.
Well done.
Dude. He just keeps going. Jesus, dude, that was tough. Comet feather.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
All right. Now let's go back to the hideaway. So other than the 2 S ranks, I think I took care of all of them. Well, besides there's still one.
Cole said it was an army of
There's still one in Dalmekia. Oh, and there's more hunts already. Goddamn. B rank, Lost Wing. Oh, interesting. Now that Lost Wing is flooded. Let's see. The Zealots of their evil of the Black Shields. Okay, so a person. He's a B rank.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Taya. I'm so proud of you.
Is this a family member?
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor, back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art. That is,
an art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to change it.
Working on it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
I wish they would have done a few less... fewer quests and just focused on the quality ones. Because I think some people might miss these better side quests because they've done on the ones in the beginning and they suck. So they're like, oh, I'm not going to do them.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Still need 1550. Oh, but we got this talisman of priming though. What does this do?
Come again. I may have...
Oh, increases Lionheart tonic. I don't remember what that does, but I didn't buy it, so I don't think I was interested in it. Well, I thought that item would be more interesting, or the reward would be a little more interesting. Where am I going? I've got a bunch of stuff. Oh, and the shelves. Look at that.
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan has. Didn't see hide nor hair of him.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pit Gold Cinder? How'd you come by this?
It's funny what they want to... the dialogue they want to record and what they don't.
And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or isn't it?
Nice. 1490. And a level up. Didn't we already have this? I thought we already had one. I'm confused.
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
Oh. It's the belt. Maybe it was... Okay. This is what I was thinking. Loincloth. It's gonna be from the hunts. I'm almost positive. Stone tongue, yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
Was this one from Quinten? Yeah. Starting over. Oh, from Quinten. Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you've done for last week. So in lieu of any awkward remorse... I've never seen this word before in my life. Remerciements. Never heard of it. I don't know if I've even heard this word said aloud. I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. Oh, let's go to the shelves before I make my way all the way down to the garden area. What do you got for me, sir?
Let me help. I know my letters.
Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost.
Nice.
There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Let's see. Intent and Tante. Don't know that word either. Formed between Dalmatia and the Duchy of Rosaria in the year 850 with the aim of preventing the free cities of Canver from claiming independence from the Republic. While the alliance eventually became a three-way affair when Sanbreque joined, bonds between the Dalmecs and the Rosarians remained particularly strong, with Rosaria sharing the secrets of vital techniques such as irrigation and the free flow of various diplomats between the two nations. So is this after, when was this? 850. Oh god, who wrote these? Who wrote these entries, man? An alliance formed in the year 859 between Rosaria, Dalmatia, and Sanbreque. Its purpose was to oppose the independence of the free cities of Canver due to fears that this might inspire similar moments elsewhere in the realm. The alliance was disbanded in 860 in light of the attack on Phoenix Gate and the dispute over Sanbreque culpability in the affair. Okay, so this was still all prior to what's his name? Clive becoming a branded. A mother crystal is believed to have stood in an area in the northeastern part of Dalmatia. Legends tell that it was destroyed in a battle between men and gods. A battle so ferocious that left behind the great crater that can be seen today. Okay, so there have been other mother crystals. The Bank of Gilbard the Great Lender. Okay. Magitech. A term that appears in the early histories of the fallen civilization, describes their highly advanced magical technology, of which the airship is the best known example. They also produce weapons all but indistinguishable from living beings, yet whose destructive power rival that the gods of legends. The early chronicles labeled these beasts the iconoclasts, and is from the term that the icons of present day take their moniker, huh?
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Oh, this guy. The Constant Knight. Bahamut. And the Phoenix. Oh. Afraid Risen. This is where I thought the 8th icon would be. Because Ifrit, they didn't know about Ifrit, so not Ifrit. Taking him out of the picture, we have the Phoenix, Shiva, Rama, Garuda, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. That's still 7.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Let me help.
All right.
I know my letter.
Let's go deliver the tendrils. See what I get for it.
Sid,
can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner. Here. It's your problem now. What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well. I'm glad I could be of assistance. You've not only helped us, Sid. You've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before?
I was going to say, we must get another increase
this time with the petals from the
to our
invigorated
potions.
Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
Quest complete? Please, sir, can I have some marble? Necessary for further increasing consumable potency. Nice. You have obtained a phial of invigorated Morganbeard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore even more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lionheart tonics last even longer. Okay. Is that it? Am I done here? Have we... Okay. This episode did not turn out how I expected. I did a shit ton of side quests before starting to record this because I was like, oh, I'll get this side quest out of the way. We can move right into the main quest line. That didn't happen because more popped up and there were ones I really wanted to do. So that's how that went. And we just got this one. I can't remember. What is this? What is this last crystal? I forget. This is Walud. But yeah, I guess we'll continue. There's no reason why I can't just hop right into the main story at the beginning of next episode. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.